Radio.
From being a dancer and choreographer for Tribe Records, to qualifying as a medical doctor, and then to MoHits as a singer and rapper, Dr. SID is now amazing. Enjoy this chat with him. Welcome to FAB Radio, Dr. SID.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. For the benefit of those who do not know your full names, he is Doctor, yes, a proper doctor, Sydney Onoriode Esiri. Now, Africans generally believe that a name greatly influences one's destiny. What does Onoriode mean?
Onoriode actually means who knows more, and it's a name that actually is significant or symbolic towards the kind of life I've lived. Me going into school to study dental surgery and then ending up as a musician. So really, who knows tomorrow?
Now, your latest single is called Talented, and it's an amazing track, by the way, and I'm positive it will go on to be a hit in the clubs. Now, talking about talent, what role does talent have to play in the business you're in? Is talent really enough?
Talent, to be honest, isn't enough because there's a lot that goes into a successful artist or a successful career. But talent is the major key because truth of the matter is if you have talent, someday your talent will be showcased to the world. But if you have talent alongside a lot of other things which come to play in the entertainment industry, then your talent will definitely come out to shine much quicker. But talent is definitely the basis, the foundation for a successful entertainment career.
Great. I believe it's about 2 years now since MoHits went defunct and the band became estranged from the group. You guys have since moved on with a new vehicle, that's Maven Records. How did the breakup affect you personally?
For me, it was painful because I spent 8 years of my life part of a group called MoHits Records, and we had a plan, we had a vision, and somewhere along the line, that vision was lost and the plan, for lack of a better word, went to ish. I think as a Christian who believes in God, things happen for a reason. We all have to be grateful for the situations that we find ourselves in. I've been given a new birth of life, a new motivation. I have new goals. I'm focused on Dr. SID as an individual and as a brand. And every single individual who was part of the MoHits setup is currently doing very well. So aside from missing the unity as a group, I think it was one of the best things that happened to all of us as individuals.
Now, I saw recently on Twitter a sort of attack on your person by some faceless individuals. How do you manage both the accolades, criticisms, and outright insults that come with being a celebrated artist?
Sometimes, most of the time, especially with people come out and they give you good critique. People encourage you. People are very appreciative of what you achieve as an artist, and I'm very grateful for that. And I do acknowledge as many of those people as I can, but then there are those, like you said, faceless people who will just come out and express certain levels of ignorance and just, say whatever they like to say. Most times I ignore, but then sometimes you just have to let them know that because you have access to an artist on a platform such as Twitter, which gives you the ability to say whatever you want to say, doesn't give you the right to just say anything that will be hurtful to someone. I'm a guy who respects and appreciates and in fact encourages constructive criticism. If you tell me, Dr. SID, I listened to your song, I don't really like it, I think you could do the it's different from when you come out and say, I listened to that song was whack, man, Dr. SID, your career is you understand? That's very different. You must, and we're a growing industry. We're growing, one of the fastest growing industry in Africa, in Nigerian entertainment, but we're still growing nevertheless. So you must encourage as opposed to dragging down. Whatever personal beefs you have or whatever, you make sure that you are properly informed before you come out on the internet and say something to someone who's in the public eye. For me, most times I ignore them, but sometimes you do have to let them know that you can't just come out and say whatever you want to say.
So you definitely have to have a thick skin, ignoring them and all. Now, your father, your late father, Justice Esiri, was a major entertainment icon. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Now, what is that one word of encouragement or advice that he left you with that will help you carry on his legacy?
Well, there are a few things. I mean, one of the ones I remember the most, my dad kept telling me, he said, I have a name. I've worked hard to build a name. I might not have all the money in the world, but I have a name. And it's not until after he died that I saw the power of that name. You know, my dad might not have been the richest actor in Nigeria, but he was one of the most respected people. And that is something that I've come to learn and understand. Yes, money is good, money is nice, the flash is there, but when all is said and done, at the end of the day, will your peers recognize, what would they say about you? Will they say, oh, Dr. Sid is a great artist, Dr. Sid is a good man, he's intelligent, he's hardworking, or they say, oh man, he had money, he's just rich, man, oh, he's balling all around. So for me, money is good. I'm working hard to make a lot of money, but I also want to keep my integrity and my name. And my father has blessed me and left me with a name and a legacy to carry on, and I intend to keep carrying on that name. Another thing is, he basically just said, you know what, no matter what you do, you work hard and you strive for perfection, and that's what I always try to do.
Now, today, you live in your own mansion in Lekki and are considered as one of the successful artists in Nigeria. How would you advise an artist desiring success in the music industry?
The first thing is to have a good team around you. You might not be the most talented, but you have passion, and passion can drive you to high places. You know, you must have a good team. You don't have yes men. Have people who tell you the honest truth and give you constructive criticism that always want you to be better. Have people who believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Because that way, even when you're feeling down, because as an artist or an individual, you get discouraged sometimes, but you need people that will constantly push you. You must always believe in God. You must be prayerful, because life in itself is not a bed of roses. It's not easy. And the Bible does say with God, all things are possible. So you have to be prayerful. And another thing which is very important is don't get caught in the hype. The entertainment industry is a lot about hype. It's a lot about the flash. Most artists get the swag before they get the talent. So you must put in the work and don't be focused on, oh, who's just bought a new Bentley or who's just bought a new house or who's doing whatever. I've worked hard. I'm 10 years deep in this game, you know what I mean? And I'm just buying my first house, you know, so that's just a testament to how hard it can be in this game. But I believe that with hard work, dedication, prayerful, having the right people around you, and being open to criticism, constructive criticism that is, will always put you ahead of the game.
You've dropped a few singles now. Is there an album in the offing? What are you up to? Exclusive to FAB Radio.
Dr. Sid's album, Seduction, is going to be a classic.
Seduction!
For the first time in a long time, I'm actually enjoying the music that I'm making. Don Jazzy and I are in the studio, and we're making music that we enjoy, going back to the days of MoHits when we decided to push boundaries and just create based on the passion that we have for music. I think selection of the songs that are going to make the album is going to be very difficult. I mean, I've been in the studio for 2 weeks and we've probably put out 13 songs, and we've released 3 songs to the public. So, you know, I'm very excited about the future. You know, on a personal side, my life is coming together. I'm getting fitter every day. I'm hitting the gym, you know, because I saw Ludacris in that Fast and Furious 6 movie. And I said to myself, Luda, coming for you, man.
Yeah, and by the way, Sid is looking mad fit.
I want to say, apologize to my fans for not giving them 100% Dr. Sid in the past. But they can be rest assured that the Seduction album will give you 250% Dr. Sid and some. And there is something special going to happen September for an exclusive audience. It's Dr. Sid Unplugged live for an exclusive audience, and I will make it available to my fans, at least 20-30 of my fans to attend this exclusive event, which will showcase Dr. Sid in a way that you have never seen before.
Amazing, amazing. Now, at FAB, we consider you fabulous, African and black. We think you're fab. Why would we think so?
One, it's in my genes, first of all. My dad had swag and he was fab, so, you know, it's in my genes. Secondly, I am proudly African. I am a guy who believes that Nigeria and Africa do not get the respect that they deserve, and I'm someone who constantly tries to push my field to the point where we get the international recognition that we deserve. And I think that puts me in the fab lane.
Yeah, I'd like to end on that fab note. Thank you for coming on FAB Radio, Dr. Sid.
It's my pleasure. I'll be glad to be here anytime you want me. Thank you.
FAB Radio.